Hi students, welcome to Tirumala Vizag. In previous lecture we were doing problems on AP and today also we will be doing some more problems on AP. Of course it is a continuous class for the previous class. Okay, we will start with problems. Okay, right, we will see first problem. In an AP, A is the first term. And if the sum of the first p terms is equal to 0, then show that sum of the next q terms is minus aq into p plus q by p minus 1. Yes, good problem this one. Let us see. What is the meaning here is first. It is an AP whose first term is a given. That is, if I take it is a T1, T1 is equal to A. Sum of first p terms, if I take notation as SP, SP is equal to given 0. Because we know Sn means sum of first n terms. SP is sum of first p terms, given that it is equal to 0. Then they are asking us to show that sum of the next q terms is minus aq into p plus q by p minus 1. Observe this. Sum of the next q terms means it is not SQ. It is not SQ. What is SQ? SQ is sum of first q terms, that is the notation. We will see what is the meaning. See, if I take here T1, T2, T3 and so on, Tp minus 1, Tp, Tp plus 1 and so on, some terms are there and so on. I will take here some Tr I will take. These are first p terms, till here first p terms, given that this sum equal to 0. Observe carefully. Suppose if I take till here these are the q terms, if I take these are q terms, now they are asking us to find the sum of these q terms. Listen, total how many terms are there? Here p terms are there, here q terms are there, total p plus q terms. Of course here, because this sum equal to 0, if I want to find the sum of these terms which is equivalent to even if I find the sum of all the terms, because this addition equal to 0. Therefore, they are asking sum of the next q terms. Sum of next q terms is equal to, I can write sum of p plus q terms also. Why? Because here first p terms sum equal to 0. If I want sum of these terms means sum of these q terms is equivalent to sum of total p plus q terms. Therefore, sum of next q terms is equal to sum of p plus q terms only in this context. Sum of p plus q terms means what is the meaning? Here it is S of p plus q we want. Here usual notation only. Sn means sum of first n terms. S p plus q means sum of first p plus q terms. Therefore, from here onwards if you take till here, total it is p plus q terms. Now, here you see, from this what is the relation I will get is Sp equal to 0 means here it is p by 2 into 2a plus p minus 1 into d is equal to 0. That implies 2a plus p minus 1 into d equal to 0, because any of p not equal to 0. Therefore, p minus 1 into d equal to minus 2a. That implies I can write d is equal to minus 2a by p minus 1. Either I can use 2a plus p minus 1 into d equal to 0, or I can substitute d equal to minus 2a by p minus 1 whenever it is required. Therefore, now sum of next terms q terms means I want sp plus q is equal to usual notation only, it is n by 2 means here it is p plus q only, p plus q by 2 into, for this total sequence, first term is t1, t1 is a only, it is 2a plus n means here it is p plus q minus 1 into d. It is equal to p plus q by 2 into, here we have 2a plus p minus 1 into d equal to 0. What I will do here? 2a plus this p minus 1 is there, no, I will write separately, plus qd I will write. Hope you can understand. P minus 1 into d plus qd. What is 2a plus p minus 1 into d? That value equal to 0, and of course a d value I will substitute there is equal to p plus q by 2 into 0 plus q into d, it is minus 2a by p minus 1. Therefore, it is equal to p plus q by 2, and here minus 2 is there, this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, it is minus a q into p plus q by p minus 1 will be the required answer, minus a q into p plus q by p minus 1. Here you have to observe only this step. Sum of next q terms means it is not sq. Sq means sum of first q terms. Of course, if you want to find these terms means you must know this first term. Therefore, from here onwards if I take, then for this sequence I can say sq denotes sum of first q terms, which is nothing but next q terms of this one we can we can write. But here sq we cannot write, because in this case sum of p terms equal to 0. Even if I take addition of this plus addition of this, it is equal to, because 0, sum of next q terms can be taken as sum of p plus q terms also. Therefore, we have taken sum of next q terms is equal to sum of p plus q terms of total sequence, and this is the value. Hope you understood this one. Okay, see this problem. S1 comma S2 and so on SQ are the sums of n terms of QAPs given. What is S1? S1 is sum of first n terms of first AP of those APs. S2 means again sum of first n terms of second AP of given APs, and so on. SQ means sum of first n terms of last AP. Here do not think that S3 means sum of first 3 terms. In this problem they have defined in that way. S1 is sum of first n terms of first AP. S2 means sum of n terms of second AP, and so on. SQ also, it is not sum of first q terms. Here they have given clearly, it is also sum of first n terms of last AP of those APs. And of course, again data given whose first terms are 1, 2, 3 and so on q, and common differences are 1, 3, 5 and so on 2q. What is the meaning here? You see, for the first AP, first term is 1 and common difference is 1. Yes, these two if I take, first term of first AP is 1, common difference is 1, and for the second AP 2 and 3 means 2 is the first term and common difference is 3. And for third AP, 3 is the first term and 5 is the common difference, and last AP, first term is q and common difference is 2q minus 1. Then show that S1 plus S2 and so on they are asking. First let us write what is S1, what is S2 and so on, what is S2, then we will add all those, we will get automatically that value. Let us write S1 is equal to sum of n terms of first AP. Sum of n terms means it is n by 2. into 2a plus n minus 1 into d is the formula. It is equal to n by 2 into 2 into what is the first term of first AP? It is 1 plus n minus 1 into what is the common difference here? It is 1 only. And next I will write S2. S2 also it is n by 2 into, of course you see here A and D are the first term and common difference of first one I am taking. Let me take it as A1 and D1. Therefore, here it is 2A2 plus n minus 1 into D2 I will write. It is equal to n by 2 into 2 times of what is A2 means first term of second AP. It is 2 plus n minus 1 into common difference of second AP is 3. And next one more I will write S3 is equal to n by 2 into 2A3 plus n minus 1 into D3 is equal to n by 2 into 2 times of A3 means first term of third AP. Third AP first term 3 plus n minus 1 into common difference of third AP is 5 and so on. I will write SQ is sum of n terms of last AP. It is again n by 2 into 2 times of it is AQ, that is qth AP plus n minus 1 into DQ I will write. It is equal to n by 2 into 2 times of what is that one Q is the first term plus n minus 1 into what is the common difference is 2Q minus 1 is the common difference of last AP. Yes, we have written S1, S2, S3 and so on SQ. Now they are asking addition of all these sums. I will take. Therefore, S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus and so on plus SQ is equal to. Now this side I have added, this one also I will add. See here n by 2 is common for all these terms. N by 2 into 2 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 2 into 3 and so on 2 into Q. I will take 2 common. If I take 2 common, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus Q plus n minus 1 into 1, n minus 1 into 3, n minus 1 into 5 and so on, n minus 1 into 2Q minus 1. I can take n minus 1 common, n minus 1 into 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus and so on plus 2Q minus 1. It is equal to n by 2 into 2 times. Here sum of first Q terms. You know sum of first n terms. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus n. N into n plus 1 by 2. Therefore, here sum of first Q terms is Q into Q plus 1 by 2 plus n minus 1 into, here it is sum of odd terms. How many are there? Q are there. Here sum of n odd terms 1 plus 3 plus 5 and so on 2n minus 1 if you take, it is equal to n square. It is an AP only. How many terms are there? N terms are there. If I find this sum, it is equal to n by 2 into first term plus last term. 1 plus 2n minus 1, this minus 1 cancel, 2 cancel, n into n square only. Sum of first n odd natural numbers is equal to n square. Therefore, here sum of first q odd natural numbers, it will be q square. N minus 1 into I will write q square. This is the simplification of this. Here sum of first q natural numbers, direct q into q plus 1 by 2. Here sum of first q odd natural numbers, which is equal to q square. Here of course 2 cancel. And observe what is the term I can take common. Here q is there common. I will take that common. N q by 2 into leftover terms q plus 1 plus it is n minus 1 into q. Now again further simplification you see, it will become nq minus q, that minus q plus q will get cancelled. Therefore, total this simplification will become nq plus 1 only. Therefore, it is equal to nq by 2 into nq plus 1 will be the value. Of course, they are asking us to show that only. Nq by 2 into nq plus 1. Hope you understood this one. They have given clearly here S1 means sum of first n terms of first AP, S2 sum of first n terms of second AP and so on. And for those APs given first terms and common differences, then they are asking S1 plus S2 and so on, SQ equal to this I want to prove. S1 I have written n by 2 into 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1, where a1 is the first term of this first AP, d1 is the common difference of first AP, n by 2 into s, these are the first terms and these are the common ratios I have taken for first AP, second AP, third AP and so on qth AP, and take addition of all these. In this addition n by 2 common, here 2 common, 1 plus 2 and so on q, plus n minus 1 common, 1 plus 3 plus 5 and so on 2q minus 1. Yes, it is sum of first q natural numbers q into q plus 1 by 2 formula, and plus n minus 1 into sum of first q odd natural numbers is equal to q square only. Again that is, I have explained, it is an AP. And here q I have taken common, this 2 will get cancelled, simplification it is equal to nq by 2 into nq plus 1, hence proved. Move to the next problem. Right, next problem, previous advanced problem, this one. If the sum of first n terms of an AP is Cn square, C is a constant, then the sum of squares of these n terms is, options they have given, first option, second, third, fourth. Observe this, what is given? Sn equal to given sum of first n terms is equal to C into n square, C is a constant. Then they are asking sum of squares of these n terms. Observe, if I take T1 comma T2 comma T3 and so on, Tn are n terms, they have given Sn means T1 plus T2 plus and so on plus Tn is equal to, given it as C into n square. Now what they are asking us, T1 square plus T2 square plus and so on, Tn square value they are asking. Sum of first n terms of AP is Cn square, then sum of squares of these n terms, T1 square plus T2 square and so on, Tn square they are asking. What is given here? Sum of n terms. If I know Tn, then I can find T1 square plus T2 square and so on, Tn square. And we have seen when Sn is given, Tn we can find. Tn is nothing but Sn minus of Sn minus 1 only. Sum of n terms minus of sum of n minus 1 terms, if you take, you will get nth term only. It is equal to C into n square minus C into n minus 1 square only, because Sn is Cn square. Sn minus 1 means replace n by n minus 1 square. It is equal to C into simplification n square minus of n square plus 1 minus 2n. This n square will get cancelled, it is C times 2n minus 1. This is what Tn I got. Now I want T1 square plus T2 square and so on, Tn square only. Here you see this one, instead of writing all these terms, what I will do, sigma r is equal to 1 to n Tr square I will write. Sigma means sum. R equal to 1 to n means R will take the values from 1, 2, 3 and so on. If I open this sigma, I will get T1 square plus T2 square plus and so on, Tn square. Without writing all these terms, I can write this notation. Sigma means summation. It is equal to sigma R is equal to 1 to n Tn means c into 2n minus 1, Tr means c into 2r minus 1. Of course, square of that I want, it is c square into 2r minus 1 whole square. Observe this simplification carefully. Here it is c square a constant because the sigma depends on value, I mean r only. The c square constant I can take outside, c square into sigma r equal to 1 to n. 2r minus 1 whole square I will expand. It is 4r square minus 4r plus 1. Now it is equal to c square into sigma r equal to 1 to n. See here, I can take sigma inside because 4 is a constant. I can write 4 into sigma of r square minus 4 into sigma r equal to 1 to n r plus sigma r equal to 1 to n 1 I have written. Now, sigma r equal to 1 to n r square means sum of squares of first n natural numbers, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square and so on n square. Sigma r equal to 1 to n r means 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on n, sum of first n natural numbers. And here sigma r equal to 1 to n 1 means this 1 how many times repeated? N times will get repeated. I will write separately these values and then I will put here, see here, sigma r square means of course r equal to 1 to n, 1 square plus 2 square and so on n square equal to. Of course, some of you might be knowing that value. Even if you do not know, please try to remember sum of the squares of first n natural numbers, n, n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. And next sigma r equal to 1 to n, sigma r equal to 1 to n r means 1 plus 2 plus and so on plus n. It is sum of first n natural numbers, it is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. And last one you see, third one, sigma r equal to 1 to n 1 means it is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus and so on n times it is equal to n. Definitely these three will be helpful other chapters also. Sigma r equal to 1 to n 1 means it is 1 plus 1 plus and so on n times it is equal to n. R equal to 1 to n r means it is sum of first n natural numbers n into n plus 1 by 2 and it is sum of squares of first n natural numbers n, n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. Please remember this one. And now I will simplify this. See here, I will write here. It is equal to c square. Of course, 4 is there. 4. This c square is complete, multiple of complete this bracket. I have written outside only 4 times of this first one. N, n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6 minus 4 times of sigma r means this one, n, n plus 1 by 2 plus sigma r equal to 1 to n 1 means it is n. Now observe this. Here n, here also n is there, that n I can take common. I will take 2 times, here 2 times and 3 times will get cancelled. Now n I can take common, LCM is 3, it is equal to n c square by 3 I will write. Here what are the terms left over? N plus 1 into 2n plus 1 into 2 is also there, 2 into multiply 2n square plus 2n plus n, 3n plus 1. 3 is the LCM means I have to multiply with 3 minus 6 times of n already I have taken outside into n plus 1 This n came outside means here 1 will be there, LCM 3 means multiplication with 3 plus 3. It is equal to nc square by 3 into, how many n square terms you see? 2 into 2, it is 4n square. N terms 2, 3 is 6n minus 6n will get cancelled completely. Constant term 2 minus 6 minus 4 minus 4 plus 3 minus 1, 4n square minus 1. This is the answer is nc square by 3 into 4n square minus 1. Yes, it is 6 is there, not the correct answer. Here it is plus is there, no. Yes, nc square into 4n square minus 1 by 3. Third option is the correct answer. Previous JEE problem, hope you understood this one. Once again you see, 1 minute. Sum of first n terms of AP is Cn square given, where C is a constant. Sn is equal to Cn square given. Then sum of squares of these n terms they are asking. Suppose if I take T1, T2 and so on Tn, what they have given T1 plus T2 and so on Tn equal to Sn equal to Cn square they have given. Now they are asking us to find the sum of the squares of all these means T1 square plus T2 square and so on Tn square. To find this I want Tn. To find Tn means already we know when Sn is given Tn equal to Sn minus of Sn minus 1. It is the point. That Tn, Sn means Cn square, Sn minus 1 means replace n by n minus 1, that's all. Simplification C into 2n minus 1, it is what? Nth term. Now complete all these I can write in sigma notation. Of course this notation might be completely new for you. Sigma means addition. R equal to 1 to n means R equal to 1 plus R equal to 2 plus R equal to 3 and so on, R equal to n. This can be written in this way, because writing all the terms, every time means will be tedious. Therefore I have taken that notation. Sigma R equal to 1 to n, Tr square, Tn means this one, Tr means C into 2R minus 1. C is a constant, C square into 2R minus 1 whole square, expanded 4R square minus 4R plus 1. Now separated because constant can be written outside, the C square complete outside. For this 4 times of sigma R equal to 1 to n R square minus 4 times of sigma R equal to 1 to n R plus sigma R equal to 1 to n n. It is sum of squares of first n natural numbers. It is sum of first n natural numbers. It is 1 repeated n times, it is equal to n. I have substituted and simplification, simplified carefully. It is nc square by 3 into 4n square minus 1, which is third option. We will move to the next problem. Right, another problem, very important model this one. Even this one also previous JEE problem. What is given is A1, A2, A3 and so on An are in AP with each Ai greater than 0, meaning all these terms are positive. Then show that 1 by root A1 plus root A2 plus 1 by root A2 plus root A3 plus 1 by root A3 plus root A4 plus and so on plus 1 by root An minus 1 plus root An is equal to, they are asking us to show that it is n minus 1 by root A1 plus root An. It is the first term and plus root of last term. They have given A1, A2 and so on are positive. To define this, because all these are under square roots, it is defined, they are defined only when each A1, A2 and so on are positive. That is the meaning they have given all are positive. Okay. Now let us take LHS and we will show that RHS. Let us see first. Because these terms A1, A2, A3 and so on An are in AP, I can write second term minus first term is equal to third minus second is equal to and so on, nth term minus n minus 1th term, all are equal and it is equal to, let us take D is the common difference. Whenever if I require, I can use A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2 and so on, An minus 1 is equal to D only. Right, next. Let us take it is equal to d. I mean, whenever I require, I will use this is equal to d. Second minus first equal to third minus second and so on. All are equal and it is a common difference we know. I have taken it as equal to d. And next, what is a1? a1 is the first term and what is an? an is the nth term. Therefore, if I want to write an in terms of a1, nth term is equal to first term plus n minus 1 into d, you know. And if I want to write this, I will use, or that implies an minus a1 can be written as n minus 1 into d. Right. Now, I will take this LHS and let us establish that relation. What is LHS? You see first, 1 by root a1 plus root a2 plus 1 by root a2 plus root a3 plus and so on plus 1 by root of an minus 1 plus root an. Listen here. You know rationalization. I will rationalize the denominators of all these terms. If I rationalize a numerator, you see, root of a2 minus root a1, I am taking denominator, it will become a2 minus a1. Hope you can understand. I am writing this minus this by denominator a2 minus a1. Of course, even if I want, I can write a1 minus a2 also, but I have written in this way. Because I have taken a2 minus a1 equal to a3 minus a2 and so on equal to d. If I write a1 minus a2, I have to take minus d. Plus root a3 minus root a2 upon a3 minus a2. See, multiply and divide with root of a2 minus root a1. Numerator root a2 minus root a1, denominator root a2 minus root a1 into root a2 plus root a1, which is a2 minus a1. Hope you understood. If I want to write next term, it will become root a4 minus root a3 by a4 minus a3 plus and so on plus root an minus root of an minus 1 by denominator an minus of an minus 1. Just I have rationalized all the denominators of these terms. Now you observe a2 minus a1, a3 minus a2 and so on, an minus 1 all are equal and it is equal to d. That is, this is second minus first, third minus second, fourth minus third and so on, nth minus nth minus, because all these are in AP, all these denominators are equal and equal to d only. I will take that is equal to d, I will write, and I will take the d common. Observe, 1 by d into, now it is root a2 minus root a1, it is the first bracket, root a3 minus root a2, second bracket, root a4 minus root a3, third bracket plus and so on plus root an minus root an minus 1. Now this inside terms you check it, root a2 minus root a1, root a3 minus root a2. First term of first bracket and second term of second bracket, it is root a2 minus root a2 will get cancelled. Next, it is root a3 and minus root a3. First term of second bracket and second term of third bracket will get cancelled and so on. Therefore, here root a2 minus root a2 cancel, root a3 minus root a3 cancel, and this root a4 will get cancelled with the second term of next bracket and so on. And now this root an minus 1 minus will get cancelled with the first term of this last bracket. Therefore, now what are the terms left over in this? Second term of first bracket is left over and first term of last bracket is also left over. Therefore, remaining, simplification, it is equal to 1 by d times of, it is root an minus root a1 is the leftover value. Now because they are asking this root a1 and root an in the denominator, I will again rationalize numerator. It is equal to 1 by d times of an minus a1 by root an plus root a1. Hope you can understand. Again I am not writing root an plus root a1 by root an plus root an, because we have done the, simple simplification only. Now an minus a1. an minus a1 is n minus 1 times of d. It is equal to 1 by d times, it is n minus 1 into d by root an plus root a1. This d cancel, it is equal to n minus 1 by root an plus root a1. That is the RHS of that one, n minus 1 by root an plus root a1. That is the solution. Hope you understood. Once again you see, a1, a2 and so on, an are in AP. With each term greater than 0, then show that this is equal to n minus 1 by root a1 plus root a1. Because a1, a2 and so on, an are in AP, yes, we know second term minus first term. Difference between two consecutive terms in one direction, if I take it, is equal to d. Therefore, what is nth term? a1 plus n minus 1 into d. From this an minus a1 equal to n minus 1 into d. I have written these two relations and I will use them whenever it is required. And I have taken this LHS, rationalize the denominators. Of course, I have written root a2 minus root a1 to get a2 minus a1, a3 minus a2 and so on. So, denominators a2 minus a1, a3 minus a2 and so on, an minus of an minus 1. And of course, all these are equal only because it is in AP. All these terms are the terms of an AP, and I have taken it is equal to d. I will write d everywhere, and the d outside means 1 by d. This is the first term plus second term, the third term and so on. Observe that all these terms, of course, we can say this type of addition is a telescopic addition. All the term, that is first term of the first bracket, second term of the second bracket will get cancelled and so on. One term in the first bracket and one term in the last bracket will be left over, that is nothing but root an minus root a1 by d. And again rationalize numerator, an minus a1 by root an plus root a1, and an minus a1, what is this? It is n minus 1 into d I have written. That d will get cancelled, it is n minus 1 by root an plus root a1, which is the required result, hence the proof. Right, next one, a1, a2 and so on, an plus 1 are in AP with ai not equal to 0, that is none of the term is 0. Then show that 1 by a1, a2 plus 1 by a2, a3 plus 1 by a3, a4 and so on 1 by an plus 1 is equal to n by a1, an plus 1. Again you see mostly similar to previous sum. a1, a2, a3 and so on, an plus 1 given, they are in AP. That implies I can write a2 minus a1 is equal to a3 minus a2 is equal to and so on, an plus 1 minus an, all these are equal. Let us take this is equal to d, common difference. Now, again, like previous problem only, what is an plus 1? An plus 1 is n plus 1th term, it is not nth term. It is equal to a1 plus n plus 1 minus 1 into d. A plus n minus 1 into d only, but of course n is n plus 1 here. Or that implies from this I can write an plus 1 minus a1 is equal to n times of d. Whenever it is required, I will use this value and also this value. Now, take this LHS. What is this? It is 1 by a1 into a2 plus 1 by a2 into a3 plus 1 by a3 into a4 plus and so on plus 1 by an into an plus 1. Now you see this. What I will do? Here it is a1, a2, here a2, a3, here a3, a4 and so on an plus 1. This numerator I will write, because a2 minus a1 equal to a3 minus a2 equal to an plus 1 minus an is equal to d. Now what I will do? I will multiply with d and divide with d. 1 by d into d by a1 into a2 plus d by a2 into a3 plus d by a3 into a4 plus and so on plus d by an into an plus 1. Now, this d is common difference of this AP. a2 minus a1 d only, a3 minus a2 d only, a4 minus a3 d only, even an plus 1 minus an equal to d only. Therefore, for this I will write it as a2 minus a1. For this I will write it as a3 minus a2, a4 minus a3 and so on an plus 1 minus an for simplification purpose. It is equal to 1 by d into it is a2 minus a1 by a1 into a2 plus a3 minus a2 by a2 into a3 plus a4 minus a3 by a3 into a4 plus and so on plus an plus 1 minus an by an into an plus 1. Now, a2 minus a1 by a1 into a2. Separate this a2 by a1 a2 minus a1 by a1 a2. a2 by means a2 will get cancelled, 1 by a1 minus 1 by a2, this first bracket will become. Therefore, I will write these terms, you observe, 1 by d into this first one, 1 by a1 minus 1 by a2. Observe this carefully. a2 by a1 a2, a2 cancel 1 by a1 minus a1 by a1 a2, a1 cancel 1 by a2 plus again a3 by minus a2 by, if I write a3 by means a3 cancel 1 by a2 minus a2 cancel 1 by a3 plus second bracket it is 1 by a2 minus 1 by a3 plus next a4 cancel means 1 by a3 minus a3 cancel means 1 by a4 plus it is 1 by a3 minus 1 by a4 plus and so on plus 1 by last term an plus 1 cancel means it is 1 by an minus 1 by an plus 1. It is equal to 1 by d into, observe this. Again like previous problem only, telescopic addition. Here second term of first bracket, first term of second bracket will get cancelled, minus 1 by a2 plus 1 by a2. Similarly, minus 1 by a3 plus 1 by a3, minus 1 by a4 and so on, this term will get cancelled. Now, what are the terms left over? 1 by a1, first term of first bracket, last term of last bracket. It is equal to 1 by d into an plus 1 minus a1 by a1 into an plus 1. What is an plus 1 minus a1? It is equal to nd. It is equal to nd by d into a1 into an plus 1. This d will get cancelled. It is what? N by a1 an plus 1 will be the answer. Similar to previous problem only. Hope you can understand this one. We'll move to the next problem. Right, look at this problem. It is a bit different from previous one. Previous one given 1 by a1 a2, a2 a3, a3 a4 and so on, an plus 1 given in previous problem. Whereas here a1 an, a2 an minus 1, a3 an minus 2 and so on, an a1 equal to, we have to show that 2 by a1 plus an into 1 by a1 plus 1 by a2 and so on 1 by a. Very good problem this one. See here. Already one concept which I am going to use here. Of course, already we discussed this one. Given a1, comma a2, comma a3 and so on, an minus 2, comma an minus 1, comma an are in AP given. What is the concept here? You see, sum of the terms equidistant from the beginning and end of an AP are equal. That is here a1 plus an is equal to a2 plus an minus 1 is equal to a3 plus an minus 2. In previous lectures we discussed this point. Therefore, I will write here a1 plus an is equal to a2 plus an minus 1. a1 plus an means it is the first term from beginning and first term from end. a2 means second term from beginning, an minus 1 means second term from end. It is third term from beginning, third term from end, and so on. Therefore, it is equal to a3 plus an minus 2 and so on. All these are equal. This is the concept which I am going to use here. LHS of the given problem 1 by a1 into an plus 1 by a2 into an minus 1 plus 1 by a3 into an minus 2 plus and so on plus 1 by an into a1. Now you see this, it is equal to, because here a1 into an is there, numerator I will write sum of these two, here numerator I will write sum of these two, numerator I will write sum of these two, and so on. Here numerator I will write sum of these two. But all those are equal only, and equal to I will take this as a1 plus an. Therefore, now 1 by a1 plus an I will divide and multiply with the same term only. But that 1 by a1 plus a1 for the first term I will write a1 plus an only by a1 into an plus second term only. In fact, I have to write a1 plus an only. That is, I am multiplying and dividing with 1 by a1 plus a1. I mean, multiplying and dividing with a1 plus an. Here denominator I have numerator. Here I have written a1 plus an. In the second one I will write it as a2 plus an minus 1. Because a2 plus an minus 1 equal to a1 plus an only. By a2 into an minus 1 plus a3 plus an minus 2 by a3 into an minus 2 plus and so on plus again an plus a1 by an into a1. Observe this. For this term expression, I am multiplying with a1 plus an, dividing with a1 plus an. Yes, division I have written. Multiplication also with a1 plus an only. But of course, because a1 plus an equal to a2 plus an minus 1 and so on, here I have written a1 plus an only. But in this case, because denominator is a2 and an minus 1, since a2 plus an minus 1 equal to a1 plus an, instead of writing this a1 plus an here, I have written a2 plus an minus 1 for simplification purpose. Similarly, for third one and so on, last one. Now, it is equal to 1 by a1 plus an into, separate it, a1 cancel 1 by an plus an cancel 1 by a1. a1 by a1, an 1 by an cancel if I separate 1 by a1 plus a2 by means 1 by an minus 1 plus an minus 1 means it is 1 by a2 plus and so on plus last term again 1 by a1 plus 1 by an. So, now look here these terms, first bracket in terms of an a1, last bracket also in terms of a1 an only. Next, if you take this one, next immediately before this bracket and this bracket will be same terms only. That is, every term is there, no. This 1 by a1, again 1 by a1 is there, 2 times is there 1 by a1. 1 by a2, 1 by a2 will be there 2 times. And so on, 1 by an, there also 1 by an is there 2 times. Therefore, each term 2 times you will get in this expression. Therefore, it is equal to 1 by a1 plus an into, 2 times of 1 by a1 plus 1 by a2 plus and so on plus 1 by an is equal to 2 by a1 plus an into 1 by a1 plus 1 by a2 plus and so on plus 1 by an will be the result for this. That is the required result. Right, next model problems. A, B, C are in AP given, then show that B plus C, C plus A plus B are in AP. Yes, observe this. Given that A comma B comma C are in AP, by using properties we need to show, we can show that. I have given one property. if A1 comma A2 and so on An are in AP, then a non-zero constant, even if you add to that AP or subtract from that AP, then resulting sequence is also an AP. We can write. Here you see, ABC are in AP. If I subtract A plus B plus C for all these three terms, still the resulting sequence is an AP only. That is A minus of A plus B plus C, B minus of A plus B plus C, comma C minus of A plus B plus C are also in AP only. Hope you can understand. Why I am taking, you will get idea now. ABC are in AP. Now for these three terms, no, it is a fixed value I am subtracting from each term. A minus, B minus, C minus. Still they are in AP only. Now here A and A will get cancelled, means what about this one? Minus of B plus C, comma minus of A plus C, comma minus of A plus B. Clearly they are in AP. And one more point here. Whenever ABC are in AP, if you multiply with minus sign, minus A comma minus B comma minus C are also in AP only. That is multiply with a non-zero constant lambda. If A1, A2, A3 and so on An are in AP, even if you multiply with a non-zero constant lambda, lambda A1, lambda A2 and so on, lambda An are also in AP only. Here that lambda value equal to minus 1. Therefore, because minus of B plus C, minus of C plus A, minus of A plus B are in AP, implies I can write B plus C, comma C plus A, comma A plus B are also in AP. Completed that. Therefore, whenever ABC are in AP, then B plus C, comma C plus A, comma A plus B are also in AP. That is the first result. Now coming to second one. Observe this. When ABC are in AP, we have to prove that B plus C whole square minus A square, C plus A whole square minus B square, A plus B whole square minus C square are in AP. From the first one, when ABC are in AP, B plus C, comma C plus A, comma A plus B are in AP, I got. And of course, A comma B comma C are also in AP only. And one more point here. If you take any two APs, A1, A2 and so on AN, B1, B2 and so on BN, addition of the terms A1 plus A2, A1 plus B1, A2 plus B2, A3 plus B3 and so on are in AP only. And difference A1 minus B1, A2 minus B2 and so on, AN minus BN is also an AP only. That we have discussed. Therefore, because it is an AP and it is also an AP only, that implies B plus C minus A, C plus A minus B, A plus B minus C are also in AP only. Now, I want this as a B plus C whole square minus A square, C plus A whole square minus B square, A plus B whole square minus C square. See here. Because these are in AP, I can multiply each and every term with a non-zero constant, then still resulting sequence is an AP only. Of course, common difference may be different. We least bother about that. Our aim is to show that they are in AP. Because these are in AP, if I multiply with them with constant, that constant I am taking it as A plus B plus C here to get this result. Therefore, now B plus C minus A into B plus C plus A, comma, C plus A minus B into C plus A plus B, comma, A plus B minus C into A plus B plus C are also in AP only. Now, it is a B plus C minus A, it is a B plus C plus A. That is B plus C whole square minus A square, comma, it is C plus A minus B, C plus A plus B. C plus A whole square minus B square, comma, A plus B minus C, A plus B plus C. It is A plus B whole square minus C square are also in AP. That is the result. Here you see what are the, complete only based on properties. That's why I am telling you repeatedly that you must go through all the properties what we have discussed before, watching this one, so that you can understand in a better way. Here ABC are an AP, I need to show that this one. I observed that A and here B plus C plus A plus B. For this ABC, because these terms are in AP, you can add or subtract a fixed term for each and every term, then the resulting terms are also in AP. Now, these are the terms I got. Because minus are in AP means even if we multiply with minus sign, still the resulting terms, whatever the terms we get, they are in AP only. Therefore, it. And second one, B plus C plus C, B plus C, C plus A plus B are in AP. And ABC are in AP. These two are two different APs. If I take subtraction of the terms, term wise, still the resulting, the terms are also in AP only. That is the concept I have used here. And I multiplied with a fixed number to each and every term of that AP terms. Still the resulting terms are in AP only. And if you simplify, that is the required result which are in AP. Right. Other problem, similar to previous problem model. A square, B square, C square are in AP given. Then show that 1 by B plus C, 1 by C plus A, 1 by A plus B are in AP. And second one, A by B plus C, B by C plus A, C by A plus B are in AP. See this. Given A square, B square, C square are in AP. Moving from here, I need to get the terms in the denominator B plus C, C plus A plus B are in AP. 1 by are in AP. See here what I am doing here. For all the terms, you can add a fixed term, you can subtract a fixed term, you can multiply a fixed term, but still the resulting sequence, that is the resulting terms, they form an AP only. That I need to identify with, what exactly to be done here to get this result. See here what I will do. A square plus AB plus BC plus CA, B square plus AB plus BC plus CA, C square plus AB plus BC plus CA. Clearly these are also in AP. Why? Because I have added AB plus BC plus CA, AB plus BC plus CA, AB plus BC plus CA. Why I have added, you see. This A square plus AB plus BC plus CA is nothing but A plus B into A plus C only. Observe this, A into A square plus AB plus C here, A square plus AC plus BA plus BC. And the second term is nothing but B plus A into B plus C only. Yes, you see, B square plus BC plus AB plus AC. And this third one is nothing but C plus A into C plus B. Therefore, for A square comma B square comma C square, it is a fixed value only. I can add for the given terms. Still these three terms are in AP only. Of course, you can observe that it is product of these two terms and it is product and it is product of these two terms. Now, I want in the denominator B plus C. They are in AP only. These are in AP only. Now, I want 1 by B plus C, 1 by C plus A, 1 by A plus C. Here A plus B, A plus C is there. What I will do? Observe this cyclically. If I divide it with a constant, all the terms with same number, still the resulting terms will form an AP only. Therefore, now what I will do? By observation only, A plus B into A plus C by A plus B, B plus C, C plus A, comma B plus A into B plus C by A plus B into B plus C into C plus A, comma C plus A into C plus B by A plus B into B plus C into C plus A are also in AP only. Why? Because now I multiplied with 1 by A plus B, B plus C, C plus A, all the three terms. Still the resulting, these three terms will form an AP only. Now, this A plus B, A plus C cancel. This B plus A, B plus C cancel. This C plus A and C plus B cancel. These are in AP implies 1 by B plus C, 1 by C plus A, 1 by A plus B are in AP. Yes, that is the result we want. Once again you see, A square, B square, C square are in AP given. I observed if I add AB plus BC plus CA for all the three terms, I can write it as product of these two terms, it as product of these two, and it as product of, therefore I have added a fixed quantity for all these three numbers which are in AP. Again, after adding also they will form an AP only. Now, because it is A plus B, A plus C, B plus A, B plus C, C plus A, C plus B, and I observed because I want in denominator, therefore I multiplied with 1 by A plus B, B plus C, C plus A, all these three terms, still they form an AP only, and these two terms got cancelled, therefore 1 by B plus C, 1 by C plus A, 1 by A plus B are an AP only. Now, second part, yes, observe this. Yes, this one, whenever A square, B square, C square and are in AP, 1 by B plus C, 1 by C plus A, 1 by A plus B are in AP, we proved it. Now, from this, I want A by B by C by no. I will multiply with A plus B plus C all these three terms. A plus B plus C by B plus C, A plus B plus C by C plus A plus B plus C by A plus B are also in AP only. Because those three terms are in AP, I multiplied with A plus B plus C, a fixed value, a fixed term A plus B plus C, I multiplied all these three terms with that fixed number A plus B plus C, still the resulting terms form an AP only. Now, here B plus C, here also B plus C, I will separate this as one term and it as one term, A by B plus C plus 1, comma, here C plus A, here A plus C I will take. Now, B by C plus A plus 1. Now, here A plus B, here A plus B one term, C other term, C by A plus B plus 1, they are in AP only. Now, this 1 is a common term for all these three. If I subtract 1, still the resulting terms form an AP only. That implies I can write A by B plus C, comma B by C plus A, comma C by A plus B are also in AP only. That is the result. That is the part. A by B plus C, B by C plus A, C by A plus B are in AP. Hence the proof. These model problems are also very important in point of that is competitive exams. Even in today's class, all important model problems we discussed. Please go through all these problems, maintain a notes and revise it carefully. And in the next lecture, we will be concentrating on very important concept, that is arithmetic means. How to insert arithmetic means between two numbers or between given numbers, and after completing that we will be starting with geometric progression tomorrow. Till then, take care, all the best, thank you.